Okay, so today we're diving into the world of precision engineering. And wow, it's a fascinating one. We're talking about a field where even the tiniest imperfection can make or break an entire project.
Absolutely. And what's really exciting is that it's a field that's becoming more and more important every day. I mean, think about it, from smartphones to electric cars to medical devices. So much of what we rely on depends on this incredible level of precision.
It's true. So, to kick things off, let's talk about what we're using to guide our deep dive today. We've got some insights from RoleCatcher, their career guide, actually, which is packed with information about what precision engineering is all about, what these engineers actually do, and what it takes to break into this field.
It's a fantastic resource, especially
Okay.
for anyone considering a career in precision engineering.
For sure. So our mission today, if you will, is to unpack some of the key takeaways from RoleCatcher's guide and hopefully give you a better sense of whether this is the right path for you, and maybe debunk a few myths along the way. Sound good?
Sounds like a plan.
Awesome. Okay, so imagine this. You're tasked with building a rover to explore Mars. Sounds awesome, right?
Hmm.
But here's the catch. Even the tiniest error, something as small as a human hair, could mean the difference between a successful mission and a catastrophic failure. That's where precision engineering steps in. It's all about achieving mind-blowing accuracy.
That's a great way to put it. And you're right, precision engineering is the unsung hero behind some of humanity's most incredible achievements. And what's fascinating is this level of precision isn't just for space exploration anymore. It's impacting everything from the cars we drive to the medical devices that keep us healthy.
Okay, so we're talking about more than just fitting things together really well. What kind of work does a precision engineer actually do? I'm picturing someone hunched over a microscope with tweezers, but I have a feeling it's a lot more dynamic than that.
You're getting warm. Precision engineers are the masterminds behind the scenes. They design the processes, machines, and tools needed to create these incredibly intricate components. Think of them as the architects of accuracy, ensuring that every part, every measurement is absolutely spot on.
So they're not just working with their hands, they're using some serious brain power too. What's a typical day like for a precision engineer? Is it all labs and high-tech factories?
Well, one of the coolest things about this field is the variety. One day you might find yourself designing a complex part using CAD software in an office setting. The next, you could be in a lab testing prototypes or even on a factory floor overseeing the manufacturing process. It's a career path that definitely keeps you on your toes.
That's great to know, especially for anyone who, like me, doesn't want to be chained to a desk all day. But let's get specific. The RoleCatcher Career Guide mentioned a bunch of industries that rely on precision engineering. What are some that might surprise us?
You're right, it's not just about building spaceships. Take the medical field, for example. Some medical devices are now smaller than a grain of rice. That level of miniaturization wouldn't be possible without the meticulous work of precision engineers.
Wow, I did not know that. Okay, so we've established that precision engineering is behind some seriously cool stuff and found in a surprising number of industries. But what about the job outlook itself? RoleCatcher had some insights on that, right?
Absolutely. And it's good news. The guide mentions a projected growth rate of 4% for precision engineering jobs over the next decade. But here's why that's even more significant. As technology advances, I'm talking AI, robotics, you name it, precision engineering is becoming the make or break factor. So that 4% isn't just about more jobs, it's about this field being the bottleneck for innovation across industries.
So what you're saying is, if you've got the skills, you're in high demand. Music to any job seeker's ears. But let's be real. Every job has its pros and cons. What are some of the perks of this career path, according to RoleCatcher?
Well, beyond the obvious good salary and job security, it's the type of work itself. You're constantly solving problems, pushing the boundaries of what's possible, and contributing to cutting-edge advancements. That's incredibly stimulating, and for many precision engineers, that's the real reward.
It sounds like you really need to be passionate about this kind of work to thrive as a precision engineer, right?
Absolutely. A deep curiosity, a love for problem solving, and that meticulous attention to detail, those are all qualities that will serve you well in this field. But even with passion, there are challenges, which, to be fair, RoleCatcher also points out.
All right, time for a dose of reality. What are some of the things that someone considering this career path should be aware of?
Well, for starters, it's not a field where you can just coast on your natural talents. It requires a solid educational foundation. Think of it like this. You wouldn't trust a surgeon who skipped anatomy class, right?
Ouch. Point taken. So what does the educational path look like for an aspiring precision engineer?
RoleCatcher recommends a bachelor's degree as the bare minimum, preferably in mechanical or a related engineering field. But, and this is important, the learning never really stops. With technologies like 3D printing, AI, and advanced simulation software constantly evolving, you need to be a lifelong learner to stay ahead of the curve.
So you're constantly upgrading your skill set, which honestly sounds kind of exciting. But beyond the degrees in the software, what are some must-have skills for someone considering this career?
Well, you gotta have a deep understanding of metrology, that's the science of measurement. Remember those tiny tolerances we talked about? Metrology is how you make sure you're hitting those targets with absolute precision.
So it's like having superhuman measuring skills.
Exactly. But it's not just about measuring, it's about understanding why those measurements are so critical. And of course, strong analytical and problem-solving abilities are a must. You'll be faced with complex challenges, and you need to be able to think critically and find innovative solutions.
Okay, that makes sense. But there's one thing in RoleCatcher's Guide that I found unexpected, the emphasis on communication and teamwork. I thought precision engineering was more of a solo gig.
That's a common misconception. While precision engineering does require meticulous attention to detail, you're rarely working in complete isolation. You'll be collaborating with other engineers, technicians, clients, even people in completely different departments. Being able to clearly articulate your ideas and work effectively as part of a team is crucial for success.
So you need to be able to explain those intricate designs to people who might not live and breathe micrometers.
Precisely, and that's where strong communication skills come in. You need to be able to bridge that gap between the highly technical and the more practical aspects of a project.
Speaking of bridging gaps, there's one specific detail from the guide that I really wanted to dive into because it sounds fascinating and a little bit intimidating. It's geometric dimensioning and tolerancing, or GD&T. For those of us who don't speak fluent engineering, can you explain why this is such a big deal?
Ugh, GD&T. It sounds complicated, but it's really just a fancy way of saying how to build things that fit together perfectly. Imagine building a house. You wouldn't just tell the contractors, put a door here, a window there. You'd give them blueprints with exact dimensions and tolerances to make sure everything aligns perfectly.
So GD&T is like the language of perfect fit.
Exactly. It's a symbolic language that engineers use to communicate the exact shape, size, and position of every feature on a part. It ensures that even if parts are manufactured in different places, by different people, they'll come together flawlessly.
Okay, I'm starting to see why that's so important in a field where even the tiniest error can be a major setback. So you've aced your engineering courses, you're fluent in GD&T, you're basically a precision ninja. What's next? How do you actually land that dream job?
That's where RoleCatcher's insights into the job market really come in handy. Remember how we were talking about their tools for optimizing your job search?
Yes. We touched on their CV resume builder earlier, but let's dive into that a little deeper. Why is this tool so helpful for precision engineering hopefuls?
Well, you've spent years honing your skills, mastering complex concepts. Your CV needs to reflect that expertise, right? But crafting the perfect resume can feel like its own engineering project. RoleCatcher's AI-powered tool takes the guesswork out of it. It helps you highlight your skills and experience in a way that grabs the attention of hiring managers, especially those who might be sifting through hundreds of applications.
It's like having an insider guide to crafting a CV that stands out in a sea of applicants. But what about those nerve-wracking interviews? Does RoleCatcher offer any help with that?
They absolutely do. Their database is packed with practice interview questions specifically tailored to the field of precision engineering. This isn't just about memorizing answers, though. It's about understanding what hiring managers are looking for and being able to articulate your skills and experience in a way that demonstrates your passion and expertise.
Okay, that's huge.
Yeah.
But even with the perfect CV and stellar interview skills, you need to make sure your actual skill set aligns with what employers are looking for.
You're spot on. And that's where RoleCatcher's skills analysis tools come into play. These tools give you a detailed breakdown of your strengths and weaknesses, comparing your skill set to the requirements of different precision engineering roles. It's about being proactive and identifying any potential gaps you need to address to land your dream job.
It's like having a personal career coach in your pocket. So RoleCatcher isn't just about finding a job. It's about navigating your entire career journey.
Exactly. It's about equipping you with the knowledge and tools you need to succeed in this exciting and rapidly evolving field.
Well, speaking of evolving, as we've been talking, I can't help but wonder about the future of precision engineering. What's next for this field?
That's a question that gets me particularly fired up. Think about it.
And believe me, as we've been talking this whole episode, I have been thinking about it.
Right. So we've got AI advancing at an incredible pace, almost like something out of science fiction. But here's the thing. For AI to reach its full potential, it needs physical form. It needs robots, sensors, devices that can interact with the real world. And guess who designs and builds those?
Precision engineers. It's like you're the bridge between the digital and physical worlds.
Exactly. We're already seeing this play out in fields like robotics and automation. But imagine the possibilities as AI becomes even more sophisticated. We could be talking about nanobots that deliver medicine at a cellular level or self-assembling structures that can adapt to changing environments.
Okay, now my mind is officially blown. But this brings up a question that a lot of people are asking these days. With all this talk of AI and automation, will we even need human precision engineers in the future? Are robots going to take your jobs?
It's a valid concern, and to be honest, there might be some shifts in the job market as certain tasks become automated. But here's the key. Precision engineering isn't just about following instructions. It's about creativity, problem solving, and pushing the boundaries of what's possible. And those are uniquely human qualities that are going to be even more valuable in an AI-driven world.
So instead of replacing precision engineers, AI might actually create even more demand for your skills.
Precisely. Think of it as a collaboration, not a competition. As AI takes over more repetitive tasks, precision engineers will be freed up to focus on the truly innovative, the highly specialized aspects of the field.
So for any listeners out there who are excited by the challenge of designing the future, of working at the cutting edge of technology, precision engineering seems like a pretty awesome path to be on.
I couldn't agree more. And remember, resources like the RoleCatcher Career Guide are there to help you navigate this exciting world, whether you're just starting to explore your options or you're ready to take the next step in your career.
It's like having a roadmap to success in a field that's shaping the future. What more could you ask for? Well, except maybe for those mind-blowing nanobots we were talking about. Hopefully those come sooner rather than later.
I'll second that.
Well, on that note, we're going to wrap up this deep dive into the world of precision engineering. Hopefully you found it as fascinating as we did. And remember, whether you're building a Mars rover or a medical device smaller than a grain of rice, the pursuit of precision is what drives innovation and pushes the boundaries of human achievement.
Keep exploring, keep learning, and who knows, maybe one of you listening will be the one to design those incredible machines of the future.
Until next time, happy engineering.